Las Vegas, Sin City, the City of Lights, has seen its fair share of crimes in the past century. From the legend of Native American killer Kehoe to the killing of mob henchmen, here are the most famous Las Vegas crimes. Kehoe was a notorious Native American Las Vegas outlaw who terrorized the region in the early 1900s. Kehoe has been implicated in at least 6 murders, beginning with the slaying of his half-brother. After the murder of the wife of an El Dorado Canyon miner, Las Vegas authorities were determined to bring in Kehoe, dead or alive. After years of eluding capture, Kehoe's remains were discovered in a cave. Today, Kehoe and his crimes are Las Vegas legends. Up next, the murder of Martin Shumate. In December 1967, the body of Las Vegas cab driver Marvin Shumate was discovered on a mountain overlooking the city. Shumate had been shot in the chest and head. Although the murder has never been solved, it is widely believed that Benny Binion, owner of the Horseshoe Casino, ordered the hit after Shumate plotted to kidnap Binion's son and hold him for ransom. Up next, the death of Sonny Liston. Sonny Liston was a legendary professional boxer who was found dead in his Las Vegas area home on January 5, 1971. Liston's body was discovered by his wife who was returning home from a 2-week trip. Although the coroner said that there was not a lethal amount of heroin discovered in Liston's system during autopsy, authorities attributed his death to an accidental drug overdose. Despite the official explanation for his death, many believe that Liston was murdered by the mob. Liston's mysterious death is still fresh in the consciousness of Las Vegas, and as recently as 2013 the son of a deceased mafia hitman published a book claiming that his father confessed to murdering Liston via forced drug overdose. Up next, murder of retired FBI agent Bill Coulthard. In July 1972 a massive car bomb detonated inside of a downtown Las Vegas parking garage, killing the former head of the FBI's Las Vegas office, Bill Coulthard. At the time of his death, Coulthard was a prominent local attorney and businessman who owned a stake in the land that the Horseshoe Casino was built on. Local authorities were immediately joined by the FBI and the ATF in an attempt to solve the high-profile murder. Despite a $75,000 reward for information and many wild goose chases, the case remains open to this day. The FBI believed that casino magnate Benny Binion ordered the hit on Coulthard when Coulthard refused to renew Binion's lease of the Horseshoe Casino. Up next, robbery and execution of Al Bramlett. In the 1970s, Al Bramlett was the head of one of the country's most powerful unions, Las Vegas Local 226. Bramlett was notorious for his willingness to use violence to coerce cooperation. In 1977, Bramlett ordered bombs be placed in front of 2 non-union restaurants. When the bombs failed to detonate and police discovered them, Bramlett refused to pay the men he hired to carry out the bombing. The bombers, father and son Thomas and Granby Hanley, vowed revenge. A month later, the Hanleys forced Bramlett into a van at gunpoint. They demanded payment for the botched bombing job, and after Bramlett arranged a $10,000 loan to pay his kidnappers, they drove him to a remote area of the Las Vegas desert and executed him. The father and son duo are serving life in prison for the murder. Up next, the arson fire at Las Vegas Hilton. In 1981, Philip Klein, a troubled 23-year-old busboy at the Hilton Hotel, started a fire in the elevator lobby. The fire spread fast, trapping guests in their rooms. 8 people died, and over 200 were injured. Authorities initially believed that Klein attempted to put out the fire, but he gave himself up when he mentioned grabbing a trash can and filling it with fire. After being convicted of 8 counts of murder, Klein granted a jailhouse interview and confessed to the arson. He said that high on PCP, he used his lighter to set fire to some curtains. If you like what you see, stay tuned for part 2, coming soon, and subscribe.